It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinasaurus.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back for another episode of the Don't Make It Weird podcast, and I am the man with the luscious locks. Thank you, Raine, for making me look extra yellow today. But I am one of your hosts, Daniel Quigley, and I am joined, as always, by the lugubrious, lavish leviathan of love, Dinasaurus. Dina! What's going on?
Hey!
You did it! You didn't manage to hurt yourself!
I did. I'm actually really proud of myself.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Did you drink when you said yellow?
Yeah, I should definitely just go. We'll get a twofer on that. And we are joined by the only adult in the room, the man that spends hours and hours making us look slightly less dumb. I would say that there is a loving in his eyes all the way. If you listen to his lies, would you say that he's a man without conviction? A man who doesn't know how to sell the contradiction. He comes and goes. Producer Sean, hey, buddy.
That was beautiful. Was that an original piece?
Yeah, original. Definitely not part of any culture or club.
Incredible. That was. I felt that one.
Yeah. Dina, are you embarrassed by me? Because you looked a little embarrassed.
I'm always embarrassed by you. Also, don't try to take Dewey away from me. That was bullshit.
What? I did no such thing. If anything...
No, Dewey's mine.
Just because I awkwardly fell in love with her because she sang to me does not mean that I was trying to steal her. Okay, Dina? Okay.
Dina just wants to
Who are we
collect
talking
people
about?
like Infinity Stones.
Yeah, who am I allowed to have,
Wait,
Dina?
who are we talking?
Rochelle, that's it.
Dewey's a guy.
You get Rochelle. Why is gender?
Do you think it's
why-
Dewey?
I thought you were talking about Zoe.
No, she said Dewey.
I have a lot of hair over my ears right now. I can't hear things. But you know what? Dewey's voice is magical, and I love hearing him pronounce
Dowie.
things.
Now he said Dowie. This is great.
God damn it.
This is fucking great.
What's the right way to say it?
Dewey.
Dewie. It's like Debbie,
Like
but with a W
Debbie.
instead of B's. Dewie.
I'm not even going
Dewey.
to try it. I'm going to fuck this up. So if he ever comes on this show, I'm just going to call him Bill.
Well, now he's never going to come on the show.
We've said this before. We have said this before. But
really
speaking of
sad.
the person who I thought we were talking about, Dina, how incredible was it to have Zoe on last week? The Zoe with a Z, the Twitch icon herself, Zoe.
Everyone's an icon.
It's supposed to have a Z.
I said a Z.
How else would you spell Zoe? Yeah, how else would you spell
No,
Zoe?
he thought. Okay,
All right,
back it up.
yeah, back it up a little bit here.
Oh, wait.
He thought he said instead of
Dewey?
Dewie, we're talking about Zoe now with a Z.
With a Z.
Oh, my God.
We all need to get on the same page.
I hate it all.
We are very, very professional once again.
Good lord.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right, so last week
Zoe.
we had on Zoe
great.
with a Z. You can find her on the Are They Still Together podcast with Anthony Lafusi, friend of the show, beautiful man himself, where they discuss relationships from famous films and figure out if they can last beyond the credits. You can find it on YouTube and all major podcast outlets. You can also find Written by Zoe M on Twitch TV, where she'll sing, she'll talk, and she talks with Bill a lot on there, so they're kind of fun together. And her EP, I Wish You Were Here by Zoe, you can find that on Bandcamp, and we'll have links up for it. So guys, so wow, last week was so great. What was your favorite part, Dina?
My favorite part was the wigs.
There were some pretty epic
that was
wigs.
funny.
There were sweet wigs in there. I mean, I felt good about being Sexy Thor from producer Sean's closet.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My favorite part definitely had to be Zoe's story about breaking her her ankle, her foot, and just kind of like walking it off, just like, yeah, no, I'm too cool. I'm not gonna let you know that I hurt myself in my sandals.
I miss those sandals. Those were good sandals.
I mean, can we bring them back? Like, is that still?
No, they were bad. No, they were bad.
We're taking it back.
Bring it. We're gonna make it back our own. All right, just like weirdos. By the way, we're gonna start calling you guys weirdos. I just want you to know that it's a term of affection because we want to take that word back. All right, we want people to enjoy and love being weirdos. So just know that I'm a weirdo. Dina's a weirdo. Sean's a weirdo, and you're weirdos with us.
Right on.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so today's episode. It's gonna be a pretty amazing one because we got a lot of good stuff in store. Dina, tease us a little bit because we're gonna go down through give the folks a little taste at home. You had a dream you want to tell us about.
Oh my goodness. Am I actually telling you guys the whole dream right
just
now?
give us a little taste.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Oh, we're gonna hop right in. No foreplay. We're
Because
just
this isn't story
Oh my
time.
God.
Story time is a whole nother story. Let's hop right in.
Yes. Oh my God. So I had a dream that we got dropped off in the wilderness in Canada.
No way.
Dead ass serious. My hand to God had a dream that we got dropped off in the wilderness in Canada. Jess was amazing. She saved the day. However, Sean, your performance was adequate.
I'll take that. Better than
me
average is what we
and-
shoot for.
Yeah, there you go. Me and Stevie Weilgard, we killed it. We got is it Bigfoot or who is
Abominable Snowman.
Yep, the last one.
that? Was it the Abominable Snowman? Well, we were in a desert. Does Canada have deserts? We might not have been in Canada.
Dreams kind of jump around like that, so we'll roll with it. The Canadian deserts.
Yeah.
Either way, Florida crew killed it. Anthony was just kind of literally like, just like in the comic strip, was literally just running around on an ostrich, and I had no fucking clue what he was doing. I was like, what are you doing? What? Why? Anyway, it was very random when he would just like run by on this, like on the screen, not on the screen, but like in my dream, just in the background on an ostrich. And I was like, what the fuck? And Stevie was like, I don't know. We just ignore him. And then we wound up killing the monster. And I kept screaming at Daniel, and I was like, this isn't fucking soccer camp, Daniel. Get your shit together.
What was I doing during this dream?
And we made a campfire. You were just fucking around, and you were like coaching me and Stevie. And I was like, I need you to not. We got this. We got this.
So I was
like,
talking about technique
right now.
on how to take down Bigfoot.
Yeah, basically, you were like shouting out like different formations and shit, and we were like, whoa. That's not how we're playing this. No.
There's only one
Like,
formation that I would
we got
use,
this.
and that's the flying V, because ducks fly together.
Or in this case, gander of geese vertebrae.
Yeah, we took down the monster, and then we built a campfire. It was fun.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And for the record, I think that an ostrich is a good steed of war. Because think about it. Australia lost a war to ostriches. The Great Ostrich War. You can look it up. Real thing.
Wasn't it emus?
I don't
Fuck,
believe
it is
you.
emus. It is emus. But emus are basically ostriches. Like, they're basically the same thing.
No, they're not.
You're walking a fine line there, buddy.
This
The ostrich people are going to call and be upset.
Listen. If you can look at an emu, look at an ostrich, and say, you know what, I can tell them apart, then we can have a conversation. They're both flightless birds with long ass necks.
They're very easy to tell apart, dumbass. Black and white versus brown.
Listen, we don't. Speaking of color, I want to get us into our first game segment today.
Hold on
Yeah.
a second.
Oh, shit, we fucked up.
Where we fucked up last week?
I was perfect last week. There's no way that anything in this segment is gonna be.
That was the worst.
Listen, in my defense, before we go into shredding me apart, I had just taken a red eye, flown across country, drove for 45 minutes, turned around, drove another 45 minutes, hopped straight into the chair, and proceeded to piss the bed. So, Producer Sean, where did we fuck up last week?
So, well, I'd say my first mistake was thinking that a live episode with you coming right off the airplane was a good idea. So, I'll take responsibility for that. as you stated, you showed up and sat directly in the chair, and we were already late. And the computer wouldn't work, so I tried my backup computer, and that wouldn't work. And thankfully, our friend was there who happened to have his computer, and we rigged it up real fast. Shout out Josh. I mean, it would have been better if you brought your equipment like I expected you to do.
Like a professional would.
Part of a podcast.
I just thought you had all the equipment. I didn't think I would need it. I thought it'd be superfluous.
I have it for me. I have equipment for me. I don't have like extra computers and microphones laying around. To be honest,
I kind of thought we'd just be sitting next to each other, like kind of crooning into the mic together, like an old timey like.
He told us not to do that. We literally had a conversation about it.
The problem with that, then I can't separate you and I in terms of the audio and video.
I don't ever want you to separate you and I, Sean.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Daniel has mic voice. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Anyway, yeah. We finally got it to work. Thank you so much, Zoe, for being patient with us while we fixed everything and got it to work. Anyway, we got everything set up. And then, of course, right off the bat, Daniel gets screwed up with the names because Dina and Zoe swapped their names in the studio. And he had, like, no sleep. You did call it, though, which I was impressed about. ASMR.
Ooh, look at that.
You did see it and call it out, which I did not expect you to do. So you're more clever.
I just think there's a lack of sleep, just like heightened my senses for like a brief moment, like an idiot savant moment. Like,
so after all that, Daniel's video failed 20 minutes in because it was a borrowed laptop and he had to use incognito mode and the studio software didn't like it. And so I ended up having to use the backup video from the cloud recording for 90% of Daniel's video in the episode. So it's like, it basically looks like it's halfway between the Matrix and reality the entire time, just glitching.
That's our vibe. I'm sorry, Zoe.
Yeah, it's fun. And I'll round us out and shit we fucked up with my reverse buffalo. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Ever since then.
Look at his eyes. That's a haunted man.
I fully blame Josh for that because he was like pointing over and like, get him. And I was like, what? And I looked at the screen and he was sitting in front of me, but then I got confused and I called it out based on Josh's recommendation, which I should have never done.
Josh, you bastard.
And then I had to pound my 8-year scotch. So that was nice.
But Josh also thought I was a lefty. This man has known me since 7th grade.
Yeah, no, he didn't think you were a lefty. He was just trying to use that as like, oh no, you're a lefty, like trying to change reality to fit the outcome that he wanted.
That bastard.
Bastard.
All right. So now that we've thoroughly fucked up and Zoe doesn't want to talk to me anymore, we are ready to play our first game of the day. And Dina, this one goes out to you. This one goes out to Peter Sean. This one goes out to all the other men. She had to look for a moment.
Oh my God.
She is not pleased with us, folks.
I did. I panicked.
I'm just kidding.
I really panicked. I was like,
who's here?
Together so bad.
She was so excited.
I straight up know because you said Peter Sean at the same time as the music, so I was like, oh my God, Bay's here! Oh my God! So, yeah.
No, Bay.
I did try to make Peter Sean happen for today, but it didn't line up.
But we are going to play this game, Dina, because Dina out here thinks that our boy Peter Sean, shout out Peter Sean, is a redhead. So we are going to play a very special new game called Are They a Redhead?
Are we actually playing that game? That's not the game.
Oh yeah,
we're playing.
We're definitely this is happening. We're going live.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
All
right, let's fucking go, Daniel.
Producer Sean, have you got the first one ready for us?
The photo is Marge Simpson.
You fucking bitch. No. Not a redhead.
Are you sure, Dina?
I'm positive.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer?
I'm sorry. This is clearly a
very,
redhead.
very clearly a redhead. I don't know where your head's at.
Yeah.
Listen, Peter Sean even just got done saying that I was right.
All right. So we're actually going to get on to our real game. I just couldn't help but mess with you on that. You know what?
That was pretty good.
I'm gonna drink to Dina calling me a bitch.
Cheers.
God, I hate you both.
You said you like surprises,
We literally
right?
just got done admitting, yeah, I love surprises. I told Jess offline, you guys are actually the first people that have ever actually surprised me on anything. People have tried to get me on surprise parties. Yeah. People have tried to set up surprise parties for me. I knew every time I had to fake it. I can't be surprised.
Well, now we have an entire goal now. I don't even know if our show is going to be about a podcast.
You know what?
Anymore.
I feel like we should just quit now while we're on top.
Yeah.
I feel like we've reached a plateau, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be chasing the dragon the rest of the time because it's all going to be about like I want that high of surprising Dina again, but is it really going to be as good?
I want that high again.
No promises, but we'll try.
Yeah. We'll try, but much like my wife, you'll probably end up disappointed.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, good.
All right, so the word association game. Bring us in, Dan.
Okay.
All right. So this game, producer Sean's going to give us a word. We're going to trade off me and Dina. Whoever, first thing that comes to our head, the first word that comes to mind, blurt it out immediately. Then our partner says the same thing.
Sponge.
Yep.
Sorry.
Sponge cleaning. Boom, boom, boom.
That's it. That's the game.
It. And that's it. And then we're going to make fun of each other for the weird places that our minds go or don't go. I don't know. Dina's kind of wholesome. So we're going to figure out what happens here. We're going to learn some dark sub-psyche secrets.
Should we have music?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, I need some. Ooh.
The drama music? This is like the go-to.
It gets me fired up.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go first on this one. All right.
Okay.
The word is bum.
Strict.
Peter Sean.
I love this game already because this is very on brand for us. Strict bum is what we're about.
Am I supposed to be talking this close?
I mean, want to. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
I don't know how that works.
That's what I was doing, but then you guys can do it too if you want.
Yeah, we're all gonna seduce each other.
How does it sound?
Woo!
I don't know how this sounds.
It's good.
Oh,
It's
Dina.
good.
Okay.
Oh, Dina, behave.
Okay, Dina. Your word is
What? Okay, go.
yogurt.
Jess?
Chopsticks.
Very nice.
Oh, yes.
I just want to scream. I can't do
No,
it.
then scream. Fuck it, scream. Let's do the next round. We're just gonna scream shit.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Daniel, your word is puppy.
Things Chad Ryan hates.
Cat.
Now Chad's never going to come back on the show.
For the record,
Oh, no.
I'm looking straight to you, audience. Chad Ryan loves dogs. Do not let us put you
Hashtag
off.
Chad
all
loves
right?
dogs.
Loves them. Also has more than one word, so I kind of lost. I'm sorry, guys.
Dina, your word is drink.
Blue. What the fuck?
Hawaiian? What?
Okay.
Why the color blue? What? All right,
Dina nailed that,
know.
first of all, because she went with her gut. And as we know, we should trust her gut.
It's true.
And you just sat there like completely kerfuffled and did
I
not
was
give us a
very
gut
kerfuffled.
reaction.
Because I've never heard anyone react with the color to blue. So, okay, Dan.
I love word association.
All right, I feel like
games.
even though there's
What?
no winners or losers, Dina won that round.
All right. Daniel,
Oh, yeah.
Your word is banana.
Hammock.
What?
Dina, keep it together. We have to be professional.
Red.
Red! You can't just keep throwing out colors. That doesn't make
It's
sense.
a red banana hammock.
Dina, your word is moist.
Towelette.
You're a towelette. I'm not good at this game. I'm sorry.
Listen. You torture Dina with games she hates. And now you have to suffer through sucking at this game while she loves it.
Yeah. I'm
It's
just
a
getting my
trade-off.
ass kicked right now.
Daniel, your next word is dinosaur.
Dina.
You're not supposed to think. Dina, scotch.
Whiskey.
Will Ferrell.
And we'll round it out with Daniel. Jamiroquai.
The love of Dina's life.
Hell. What?
Shout out Jamiroquai. Now that I have thoroughly embarrassed myself and done a terrible job of word association.
Not even on the screen yet, motherfucker. How are you going to start
You're
talking
my
when I'm
world,
not
Dina.
even
I'm
here
so
yet?
sorry. Are you here? Are you
God.
ready? Feeling good?
I'm your world, Daniel.
You're my
Okay, I'm here.
world. All right.
The
So-
end of the world as we know it.
Normally on this,
I feel fine.
can we just have dance parties? Like, can we just like every so often just have like a dance party button where we just hit it and we just all do it?
I
I
have
mean,
a
like that
guest
button
lined up on the
at
show that wants
Entertainment
to.
720.
Yes. I want the button from Entertainment.
The party button?
Yes. I feel like we need a party button from all future episodes going forward. Just every so often, just hit it and it's just.
I could arrange that.
All right, I'm in. Dina, are you in? Okay, that's not the bullshit button, Dina. We want a dance party button. Are you going to party with us?
Only if the music's good enough. The music's got to hit just right.
Well, we can't use copywritten music, Dina. I'm sorry. It's going to have to be generic dance music.
That's my favorite kind of dance music.
Probably
All right. So, guys,
stay in your box.
normally on this show, when it's just the three of us, when it's just family time, we like to discuss different parts of writing. You know, we've discussed tropes and romance and things like that, but we have a very special one today. Dog.
Listen, there's this guy out. There's this guy out in the writing community that's not on Twitter that has like several books out right now. And he made it part of his bio. And all of this stemmed because somebody found him like shit talking about fantasy writers and fantasy books and sci-fi books. And they wrote an entire blog post and like, I don't mean just like a little blog post. Like I have a blog and I sometimes write on there, but like, no, they wrote like pages that you're going to scroll through, just ripping him apart. And he got really mad about it and he put it on his bio on Amazon. And then somebody found that bio and found the blog, posted it on Twitter in the writing community, and it just blew the fuck up. It just like it exploded.
And so listen, I mean, our show, we're out here because we love storytelling. We love all aspects of storytelling. And we're out here to uplift writers, to, you know, engage with you guys, to talk to members of the community. And I don't consider this guy part of the community. And we're not going to talk about necessarily him too much, but we're going to talk about the ideas and the concepts that he brings up, because it kind of got me, the golden retriever of the group, a little riled up, a little fired up. And it's just, I feel like I need the cathartic release to discuss his bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. It was it was a personal attack on every writer and every reader out there. and it was like very much uplifting him versus uplifting the community. And I don't know about y'all, but like, I'm here not to uplift myself. I'm here to uplift the community any way that I can, because it's about the readers. It's not about me.
Yeah.
So that it just pissed me off.
Yeah, and I agree. And that's the thing is, like, when we started this, like, we want this show to be a positivity show. We're not out here to, be controversial and get into, huge arguments beyond, when I say stupid things. But sometimes
there's
special
no argument
occasions.
there.
Yeah, sometimes special occasions. So, like, we're not going to read his entire long, insane rant because, you guys, if you want to find it, DM us. We'll let you know where to find it. I don't want to give this guy more publicity than it needs. But it starts out. I'm going to read.
I can, well, also just like on a publicity note, I can send anybody the blog that they want. I saved that so you don't have to read his stuff if you don't want to.
Even better. Let's do that. Screenshot it so it doesn't even get clicks and views. But so I'm going to read a small little part just in the beginning. And then we're going to talk about a little bit. Producer Sean's going to talk about a little bit. But this is how it starts. And I feel like I have to be really snooty when I say this. This is the voice that I now have in my head, even though I'm pretty sure he's a country redneck, but he thinks he's not. It goes, an open letter to my fellow sci-fi fantasy writers. Dear friends, you are awful. All of you. Yes, all of you. Please do not take it personally. But someone has to tell you this, and it might as well be me. You suffer from 3 key deficits: lack of imagination, lack of empathy, and lack of self-awareness. Dina, as far as a strong hook, how does that make you feel?
I'm a very in-your-face type of person, but I'm also like, I don't like making people feel like shit. And that instantly just like, I know that made people feel like shit, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all. It's not respectful, and I like to respect everybody. I don't like that at all.
And listen, I mean, he's out here trying to be controversial. He's trying to be edgy. Like, we all saw those kids growing up, and maybe some of them just grew up into adults where it's like, man, I'm going to say these hard things. I'm going to tell these hard truths that normal people just aren't smart enough to hear. Like, I guarantee if we talk to this guy, he's going to talk about his IQ at some point. He's going to be like, yeah, man, I'm IQ of 135. I go to Mensa. Or something like that. Because it's like, this is the type of guy. Yeah.
135. 140 is like genius level. Anything below that is just average.
Hold on. 120 is genius level.
No, 140.
Hold on. Genius level IQ. God damn it.
120 to 129 is superior. 130 to 144 is gifted or very advanced.
Once again, Dina's right, so I'm just going to go ahead and drink to that. So,
thank you. You're welcome.
But I guarantee that this guy, then, we're going to use a higher number. Yeah, he's super smart, 160. I guarantee that comes up in at least one conversation a day with him. And again, I don't know this guy. This is purely my opinion, my own supposition. I haven't read his work. For all I know, he is a genius. Maybe he is very charitable and gives to, animal shelters and is the salt of the earth. He's probably whatever. This is just the impression I get purely from what he wrote on this page. So understand that I have no knowledge of this guy beyond the mental image that he's given me from this incredibly douchey writing.
It's freaking mean. Like, why? First of all, your shit don't stink. I'm sorry, what? Like, stop.
and what I love is his utter lack of self-awareness and lack of empathy. On one hand, he's like, listen, you guys lack these traits. It's almost like saying I'm the most humble guy in the world. But then he goes on to, again, I understand his ideas. He wants to shock and awe. He wants to, grip you with what he's trying to say. And it's just cheap. It's cheap writing. This isn't interesting beyond the fact that he's just out here, I guess, trying to play the heel in a freaking wrestling. Like, listen, he would have been freaking outstanding in the WWE. I mean,
the blog post that I read that just like tore into him had mentioned, like, this person had actually read his work to do their research and everything. At the end of one of his books, after he, how his bio or whatever says that we lack originality. and we just like copy other people's tropes and stories and characters, blah, blah, blah. At the end of one of his books, he apparently literally says these characters are based off of X, Y, and Z from Star Trek and Doctor Who.
It's like a whole,
and blah, like he literally
a whole
admits
bibliography
that he copied,
of where he ripped people off.
Yeah, he ripped people off.
Yeah.
So at this point, I have to ask: is this satire? Like maybe this is just a dude that has gotten such high level satire that we can't even.
Yeah, like
fuck.
It was very like, what are you doing? Like, are you actually shitting on us? Because you are. Like, it hurts. Your words hurt. That was Daniel's quote. Words hurt. But like. I would never do that in one of my characters aren't based off of a doctor from Doctor Who or a companion. My characters aren't from Star Trek. My characters are my characters. Like, the fuck are you doing? Okay, go ahead.
I'm with you. So Sean, read us that next section.
All right. Am I supposed to put on that snooty voice?
Oh, if you can, I would love it. Please do.
Okay, hold on. Unfortunately, you have trained readers to expect bad writing. Readers now expect they will have to plow through hundreds of pages of dreck to get to a real story. You have trained them to expect to struggle with your books and to try to squeeze some relatable drama from it. And that is why I hate you the most, because you have crapified an entire field of literature. People have come to not only expect your dreck, but to demand it. And so, when people, exposed only to a lifetime of your dreck, stumble across my books like desert travelers to an oasis, their first reaction is often to blink rapidly and say, "What that?"
Holy shit, Sean, I don't know the context, but I need you to use that voice way more often in the show because that was incredible. First of all, I mean, when was the last time you used the word dreck in conversation or writing or anything?
Never.
Yeah, this is probably never. And that's what I love is like, and that's my favorite part about all of this is that not only does he take the time to rip all the other writers, right? He then goes on to say, but listen, my work is so superior. The only reason, and you can check it out even later, the only reason it doesn't sell and that, you know, I'm sure he's not a all-time great author that is getting his books put in movies is that us readers have been trained to like bullshit, to like bad writing, to like bad this. And it's like, if that's not the most arrogant fucking statement of all time, I don't know what is.
I would never
it's almost like
I would never talk about my readers like that, even if you hate my work. Like, shout out to the beta. Like, even if you hate it, like, I'm not gonna publicly say that I hate you and you're dumb. Like, did I call her dumb? I might have called her dumb. Shit.
Oh my god!
I would never tweet out that you're dumb as fuck and put it on my bio.
and like, listen, I mean, it's crazy because it's like he's literally like a walking Principal Skinner meme.
Am I so out of touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
It's like, no, you stupid fuck. Like, and listen, this is the author of such incredible works as. Again, I haven't read any of these. These are probably all incredible books, and I'm making fun of them purely based on their title for no effing reason. But we have Journey to Year 1 Billion. This has made it to the second edition. And this is a riveting and sensual journey.
That means he fucked up in the first edition,
Yeah,
right?
probably. But hold on, Dina. This is a riveting and sensual journey to the end of time. But just to give us the final bit after he describes the... whatever stupid plot is, this is the complete uncensored version of the book. 202,000 words long. It has love scenes and scenes of women enjoying the company of men. Prudes, politically correct woke types, and SJWs will ignore this warning and read the book anyway in search of outrage.
What's an SJW?
Social justice.
Social justice warrior.
Oh, okay.
So what this guy is saying is that, you know, if you're a real man's man, if you're a real woman's woman, you know your place in the kitchen. You'll probably like his book because those gender roles in that sweet love. You know what, Sean? I might have to buy this book because this might be where all of our bad romance scenes come from. This might be.
This is the bad romance Bible.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no. I haven't read it.
200,000 words. There's got to be plenty of excerpts we could pull.
I was going to say, like,
Honestly?
and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could.
Can we find a way to pirate this? Because I don't want to get him money.
I think he has Kindle Unlimited.
No, we do not condone piracy.
Yeah,
Don't
no.
make it weird, does not condone
Illegal,
piracy.
questionably illegal activity.
Oh, yeah, question illegal activity. We have Sleeping with Hitler's Wife. And in bold, this is the most
As
creative
one
and
does.
imaginary time travel alternate history story you will ever read.
I'm kind of scared as to what he could possibly put in that. I got a lot of questions about that one.
I mean, like, honestly, out of all of them, this is the one that's most intriguing because on the cover is just like a blonde woman facing backwards and like badly drawn guy with just his thumbs up right there. And it's like, out of all of these, I'm most intrigued by the premise of banging Hitler's wife.
I'm kind of scared of that one because I feel like it could. I feel like it could uplift the Hitler family. What if the main character falls in love with Hitler's wife? I don't like that.
What if this ends up being a devil's three-way with Hitler and his wife and the main character?
Then I still don't like that. I don't like the idea that Hitler ever got laid. That man doesn't deserve that.
That's fair. That's
Fuck
fair.
him.
I'm with you.
Fuck
I definitely, I concur. Fuck him. But we'll quickly go through a couple others. We have A Game of Heroes, which, again, another sensual journey into a fantasy world. I can't imagine it's not a ripoff of Game of Thrones. Building Robot Lovers. I guess this one's for Anthony. Doctors.
She's choking. Hold on. Are you okay?
Oh, Jesus. All right, calm down, Dina.
Arms up.
Well, I think we know what our promo clip for this episode is going to be. Dina, how you feeling there, bud?
Oh, it hurts so bad. Oh, God.
Was that Long Island iced tea?
I have a tear. It might just be seltzer. No, it's seltzer.
Just a seltzery
okay.
tear.
My husband came home with seltzer, so I didn't have to make a Long Island. Oh, God.
That's nice of him.
Oh, God. My
you
vision's
okay?
blurry.
I mean, listen, the main
go ahead.
character is Dr. Susan Dickens. Yeah. Yeah. We have Braver New World. Okay, this guy has to be satire. The greatest galactic movie ever made, and it's got Star Wars all over it. It has to be. Right?
Don't ask me, man.
I'm kind of thinking maybe ever since you said it, I've been kind of wondering, like...
Because I thought I knew what I was going to say coming into this show.
know.
And now the
I did
more
too.
I've dug deep...
I had it all written down.
Yeah. Give me some more. I need to be convinced back that he's genuine, Dina. Talk to me about this blog post.
He apparently has attacked multiple people and multiple writers based on, like, just constantly saying that he is better than them. Like, and at some point, like, if you're personally attacking a fellow writer, then I don't know if it's exactly satire. I mean, based on what we've said, it could be, but, like, how he has attacked people and, like, just the nasty things that he has said to people based on this blog post and the way that he's the stereotypical, like, men writing women. And his books apparently get really gross about it and just, like, demeaning towards women. So I don't know necessarily if satire is, and again, I haven't read them, but this is all based on the separate blog post. I don't know if
it is,
if you do satire to demean people.
So if it is satire, then it's that conversation of when does satire go too far?
I mean,
when is it?
he could be playing a character, right?
Yeah, but even so, there's always a line where it stops being funny and just becomes mean, even if it is a character.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think that I honestly think that if you're gonna go for something like that and play that character, you have to play the character.
I mean, it's like going full bull rat on something like that. I mean, that's. Oh man, I'm now deeply conflicted on this.
I mean, I feel like you're giving him a lot of credit right now.
Cry,
yeah,
like...
no, you're fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I could be giving this guy way too much credit. All right, I need to move on because fuck him. I don't like getting angry because like all right. My last thought, and Dina, I'll let you have one last thought too. Is even if this guy is satire, even if this is a character, all that, I think that there is a larger problem that I've seen a lot of times. And again, this is not a subtweet at anyone. This is just in general when you are online, you've seen other people's interactions. Everyone knows that like there's this gatekeeping element to writing where you find a lot of whether it's jealousy or whether it's that superiority complex. Maybe someone's gotten too high of a college degree and they think they know all the ins and outs of whether they're going to use this adverb or not use adverbs anymore, or stylistic. And I think that you don't have to act like that. You don't need, I think the writing community in general is a very uplifting, positive place, but there's always that gatekeeping element that says, I am better than the rest of you fucking peasants. And I hate that. Whether it's in your taste of books, the things that you like, it's like, you know what? If someone likes Twilight, as much as I've made fun of them, fucking more power to you. Like, thumbs up. That's awesome that you're reading. Yeah. That's awesome you're in the literary world. That book has sold more than I will ever hope to sell.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That's my final rant on it. What do you got?
I don't like making people feel shitty. Until you've hurt somebody, then I have no hesitation in fucking up your whole day. But at the same time, I still respect you as a human being. And I don't appreciate, even if it's satire, I don't appreciate how he's made people feel. And I would never come for an entire group of people that you know nothing about. You are not in this community, and you can't tell us that we have no imagination. You don't know me as an individual, because I can hate a group of people, but I can't openly bash them because there are individuals in, like, I can hate what that group stands for as a whole, but there are individuals in that group that I can't bash because I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they stand for. And I'm not usually a very, very overtly politically correct person. However, I always believe in respecting people no matter what. If we are completely opposite sides of the spectrum, I'm still going to respect you. And he disrespected people, even if it's satire.
I'm with you. And that's very, very well said. And I agree. All right.
And before we move on, I just wanted to clarify. We are just having a discussion here. This is not meant to spark any type of, pitchfork grabbing, hate mongering behavior. This is our opinions, and that's it. So don't go troll Gary or cause any problems. We just wanted to have a discussion about toxicity in the writing community, and he just happened to be a main part of that discussion.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, listen, there's never a time to do that. This is just us having fun. This is just us talking.
I don't like witch hunts.
Yeah, not about it.
I don't like witch hunts, and I don't really like cancel culture. So.
There you go. All right, now let's switch gears to what is my favorite, the fans' favorite, why you guys all tune into the Don't Make It Weird podcast. It is time for Storytime with Dina. Before we get to the music, though, Dina, tease us. What do we have to look forward to in this story time?
Today we're going to talk about... I can't do that.
Today we're going to talk about...
Today... Okay, wait. Sean inspired me. Today we're going to... I can't...
That is not...
Today we're going to talk about that time I convinced my mother that I was kidnapped.
Dun, dun, dun. Play us in. It's time for story time with Dina.
It's story time with Dinasaurus.
Okay. I don't remember how old I was, so I know that I was very little because, well, I don't want to do the math, but my sister, she's not actually my sister. She's like faux family.
And the love of my life.
Kind of adopted. Anyway, yeah. Hey, you're so gross.
Don't judge me. Listen, the people who aren't watching the YouTube, first of all, fuck you, go watch our YouTube. But secondly,
yeah, definitely watch
I kind of waved sensually at Dina's sort of sister, and Dina thinks it's gross, and I don't appreciate her judgment.
So, my sister, backstory, Emmy, don't kill me. My sister thinks that Daniel's really hot, so there you go.
I wonder if she'll
I
think
think
so
it's
after
gross.
seeing me in this hair.
I should invite her to the aquarium with us. Anyway, okay. No, you're not allowed to come. Okay. Okay, I don't know how old I was, but I was with my sister in the car with my parents, and we were going to that store with the orange aprons that I'm not going to list because, hey, ML's Garden Shop, you are better. Anyway, such an organic ad. I can't. Okay. My mother, let's also go on a backstory with this. I'm all over the place tonight. It's fine. My dad had a habit of leaving us places because straight up would leave us because my mom is very social and my dad was not social at all. He did not want to hang out with people. So we would be out with friends or whatever and he would be like, it's time to go. And he would straight up leave if mom didn't follow him right then and there.
So, like, he gave just, like, one warning. He said, all right, listen, you get one chance, otherwise find your own fucking way home.
Yes. He would go, Diane, I'm leaving in 5. And he would stand there and look at the watch. And so my dad was this really big guy, and he would look at her. I'm leaving in 5. And then he would go to the car, turn it on, sit there with the AC, take like a 5-minute nap. And then if she wasn't at the car, our asses were getting left.
Would he come back for you at least?
No, there were multiple times where we were out with friends or we were just like out somewhere and we had to call a friend to come get us. My dad was a savage. And now let's also clarify, everybody laughed about it. It was fucking hilarious. Nobody was like hurt or upset. If my mom was actually hurt and upset, my dad would have come get her. She thought it was hilarious. My dad didn't give a fuck. And I loved it. I grew up that way. And hey, my husband tells me that we're leaving and I'm like, you're not like my dad, but I'm still gonna go immediately because I've been left. Anyway. Yeah, he had a habit of leaving. So we've set that up now. We are at the store with the orange aprons that shall not be mentioned, and my mother is like Mrs. Fix-It. She built airplane engines for a living, so she like goes into a hardware store and she's there all day. She loves it. So me and my sister were in the back seat. My mom had been there for like close to an hour now, and we're just sitting in the car waiting because my dad was not a handy person. He didn't like tools. He did not care about any of that. So
I relate to this very, very much.
Yeah, he did not he was not going to fix anything. I mean, he was good. He used to be a glass maker or whatever, so he's really good at that stuff, but he didn't like it. He didn't want to do it. So she's in there. It's almost an hour. And he goes, you know what? Dina. And I was like, yeah? I'm Dad's favorite. What? And he goes,
me?
Get in the trunk. And I was like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? So like me and my dad did pranks all the time. All the time. That was our thing. And it's not like a trunk, but it's like it's an SUV. So what are those called? Like a hatchback kind of? Like, yeah, hatchback, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I crawl in the back, and not even 5 minutes later, Mom comes out to the car. She gets in, she looks back, and she's like, where's Dina? And my dad is the most deadpan person you would have ever met. Like, man does not break no matter what. And he looks at her and he goes, I sent her in there with you. What do you mean, where's Dina? Where's your daughter, Diane? And she's like,
oh my God.
I can go. I never saw her.
This is not what I expected at all, and it's incredible.
He's like, oh, I didn't see her. And he goes, that child, I always told her you go straight to your mother. That's exactly what I told her. And she knows that. She always goes straight to you when I send her in the store, because he used to send me in the store to go get her a lot. So he's pretending to get angry, and he's like, I told her! God damn it, Dina! And he flips it into reverse before my mother can open the door to go get me. And this is where my mom starts to panic because she doesn't get sarcasm.
Oh, no.
Even though my dad and I are very sarcastic, she doesn't get humor or jokes like that.
Poor Diane.
She just doesn't.
Diane,
She's very
I love
sweet,
you.
yeah.
I just want you to know I'm Team Diane right now in this story. This is bullying.
My mom is just the sweetest person. She doesn't get any sort of loving, bullying, anything like that. She doesn't get it. So she tries to open the door. My dad whips it in reverse. I'm in the back. My sister is really good, just like my dad and I, at keeping a straight face. She'll sell the joke till the bloody end. Like,
So how are you not like giggling though? Because like I know obviously I think you were older than 3.
Because I'm my father's daughter.
Because I know like my daughter can't keep anything together. Like if she's hiding behind the curtains, it's
No, I was.
Dude, you saw her eat the olive off the knife, okay? She
Fair
means
enough, fair
business.
Yeah. My dad always raised, all of us kids are very good at selling it when we have to. Like, we won't break, or we have poker faces like nobody's business. So, like, if I actually commit, I won't. And I've been like that since I was a kid. Like, I wasn't the 3-year-old that was giggling. I was,
just straight in.
Yeah, this is it.
And Rudy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you believe it. So I'm in the back, and like I am laughing, but not like out loud. Like, I'm keeping it together.
Yeah.
So she has no idea that I'm back there. And my sister, brilliant, nobody told her to do this. She starts crying, like fake crying.
Oh
and
no!
She's like, Dina's inside! And then my mom loses it because she's in the backseat crying.
Oh no!
And my dad's like, no, I told her to go find you and she didn't find you. He literally makes it home. My mother is screaming, trying to get, and she's like, unlock the door. Our daughter is back there. She's freaking out. And my dad's
He
like, no.
drove home?
So she can, yes. He drove home, and he's like, no, she can find her way back home. She's smart. She'll make it.
God damn!
We get in. Like, I'm still in the trunk. We're in there. They go inside, and my dad's just like, no. And my mom's like trying to grab the keys or whatever, and she's like, I have to go back. Oh my god! And he's like, no, you're not going anywhere. She'll find her way home. And then he sends my sister out to open up the trunk so that I can get out, and I just come marching through the door, and my mom.
Oh god!
My mom's like, oh my god! She like runs over to me, and I was just like, I was in the trunk the whole time. What?
Oh my god!
She was so mad.
You should have gone with the whole, like, I walked all the way home thing. You should have
I
rolled
wasn't
in
at
the
that
dirt.
point yet to sell it. Yeah, I was not old enough to sell that
Like,
part.
walk in, like,
Yeah.
skin knees, like, sweaty.
So much
You guys left me.
So much makes sense about Dina now. So much. All of her stories make sense now. This is the moment.
This was, yeah.
All of this started. You know who she is?
That was when she enrolled in the School of Hard Knocks.
You know who she is, Sean? This is Robin Scherbatsky. She grew up in the Robin Scherbatsky lifestyle. Good with
Kind of,
knives.
yeah, I really
good
do.
with
I mean,
weapons.
she's no, I think she's Rosa Diaz and Jess is Robin Scherbatsky.
Ooh, that's a good call. That's a very good call. I support both of this.
I can see that. Yeah.
Oh
But Jess is also Donna Meagle at the same time. So.
man, this is like we're slowly peeling back the layers. We're learning how the badass monster that is Dinasaurus came to exist. These pivotal moments. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's all my dad.
Oh my gosh. All right.
For
All
sure.
right. So now it is time. The people love Storytime with Dina. Our show is built around Storytime with Dina. But my personal favorite segment, the segment that brings me the most joy, especially when Dina is our reader, is Cringey Copulation. Shout out to Danny and Shauna Bauer for coming up with this incredible title for our bad romance reads. So listen, it's time. Producer Shunky send her the script. This one
I already hate it.
This is From In the Raptor's Nest by Christy Sim.
The raptor quickly slashed away the rest of her hide. watching with wide black eyes as the leather fell at her feet. It seemed to take its time, sniffing at her young, hot body. A Zog quivered with fear and desire. The cave was hot, and now sweat began to gather at her throat and glisten across her supple skin. She could feel every bead of sweat as it caressed her naked body. Feel the raptor's gaze upon her human flesh. A Zog suddenly understood what she would have to do to survive. She offered her body naked and yielding, sweaty and raw, moist, hot, and wet as a sacrifice to the beast. Perhaps if she pleased it, she would be allowed to live. If not, she would leave this world as she entered it, naked and screaming. Oh my fuck!
Yes! Perfectly done!
Oh, Lord.
Oh my fuck! What?
Oh, God.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your first taste of a whole series of books about dinosaur erotica that Dina will be taking us through in the upcoming weeks.
Oh my fuck! Are you for real? Ew!
Yep.
What?
Yep, that is what sex with a velociraptor is
Daniel
gonna be
gets 100% of the credit for this.
Can attest it's not.
I had nothing to do with this.
That's horrible.
Listen, I mean, we still have a lot of the traditional award-winning bad erotica, but sometimes you just need to tailor it to the reader. And I feel like I want to ruin Dinasaurus for you.
I hate you. Why is the? How does that work? I don't think that works.
Would you believe me if I told you
That
this
doesn't work for me.
Would you believe me if I told you this wasn't the most graphic passage that I could have found?
It wasn't. That was the entry level passage.
Yep, that was a basic level one. It
That's horrible.
Well, don't worry, Dina. Soon enough, you'll read more.
Next time on Cringey
God, that's
Dino
wild.
Copulation with Dinasaurus.
Copulation. It's so bad. Why would they make it like that? That's
Like we've said
you don't
before,
have sex with a dinosaur.
Dina, everyone has their thing. No kink shaming on this show.
No
unless
kink
it's Daniel.
shaming. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna kink shame dinosaur kink because that's fucking weird.
Listen, if they're consenting prehistoric creatures, what's the problem?
Consent is everything. All right.
Consent is
All right.
everything.
Weird takes.
Weird takes. Let's do it, baby.
Weird takes. Go.
Takes. Okay.
We had some, where's Ian in our banjo?
So-
I need Ian to play some banjo for us.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, that was so good. Okay.
So, weird takes. We asked you guys to tell us your unusual or controversial opinions about writing or books in general, and here are some excerpts of that. And our co-hosts are going to react with their gut reactions to these.
Blue.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Blue works.
Blue works.
Perfect. We can end the segment right there.
We have definitions for yellow. Now we have definitions for blue. So we are just going to go
Damn
down
it,
the rainbow.
Daniel.
Drink.
Yep.
Okay. Our first weird take comes from Miss Penny Walsh on Twitter. I write, but I don't read many books, making me one of those who are controversial in the opinions of the writing world.
Dina, start us on this one.
You can 100% write without reading. However, I will say that you can tell a writer that reads versus a writer that doesn't. You can have brilliant ideas and not read, and that is beautiful for you, but you can see a difference. In my opinion.
That one has me conflicted because those two things seem to go together so hand in hand that I think it's a rare thing. Now, first of all, I mean, use your free time however you want. Like, if you can write and not be into reading books, like that's fine. Like I know when I wrote my last work in progress that like normally me, I'm reading like 2 books at a time every single time. And I got so caught up in wanting to be in my own world that I created that I had a hard time wanting to jump into someone else's world. So I guess I can understand that. I know Joe Abercrombie is a huge, I mean, if you guys don't know Joe Abercrombie, he's one of the main heavy hitters in especially grim, dark fantasy. And he says he doesn't read fantasy at all. Like, not even remotely. He's like, he is a superstar of it, and he doesn't read a damn thing in that genre. And so I guess it's definitely possible. And I guess I'm live and let live. But that's you're a rare one, and I appreciate you for confessing to us.
Yeah.
All right. Our next weird take comes from the John West, the true John West on Twitter.
Listen, can I say before you even get into this?
Don't get excited, though.
All right, hold on. Before you even get into this, can I just say that Mr. John West has become, he has just jumped on the scene like a freaking wrecking ball, and I love him, and he's everything.
He is a rarity on Twitter. You usually have to be very well established to get into this community. This boy has just come up out of nowhere, and I'm like, oh, hello. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go on.
Your opinion might change of him after this weird take. I'm just saying.
John, don't.
I tried to tell you, don't get excited.
John, don't let me down.
The John West says fantasy books are just Deus Ex Machina with sequels.
Sean, I don't know what that means.
Oh, Lord. Dina, it's like that situation in a lot of stories where all hope is lost, and then suddenly some type of unspeakable power or event happens that makes everything okay again. Like you're like right at the brink of something, the end of the world, and there's no possible way out of it, and then something happens to make
I got
it okay.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm going to start this one out. John, you son of a bitch.
First of all, how dare you?
How dare you? No, but
number one,
I can see how that happens because, but I would argue that is almost any form of fictional book where you have characters that you establish and that you like, because you're not going to kill them off. You're going to make sure they survive to get into next books. So maybe it's improbable how they met via romance, or maybe it's improbable that they're a full-time photographer and making their money off of that. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but it's rare. If you're writing characters, unless you're George R.R. Martin and willing to just kill everyone off, I think that's just an element in almost all fictional storytelling to an extent. Like, I don't know, but fuck you, John. I love you. I'm sorry.
I don't like it being pointed out. It is very. Yeah, no. That's a big part of fiction, not just fantasy. Yes, you're right. Ugh, you're right, Daniel. You're right, Daniel. So,
Mike voice.
Oh my god, can we just end the episode?
Yeah, right here. This is it. He's right. However, I think that the brilliance in this, because everybody wants that, everybody knows that it's going to happen because that is part of storytelling. The brilliance in it is how you do it, and if you can execute it to still surprise people.
It's like you've said a million times. It's almost impossible to write an original story. It's just how you put your spin and your voice on it. So,
right.
John has ruined an entire genre for us. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
All right. And our last one.
Yeah.
From @Raine.
Did you get enough A's on there? I want to make sure the requisite number of A's were said.
I feel like I did.
All right.
Raine the Renegade, with the laptop emoji and the unicorn emoji and the sunflower emoji.
Yeah.
Raine says, #weird takes. I just want to hear my name again, but also roast me.
Your eyes are too blue.
Got her.
Whoa. Calm down, Satan.
She
All
needs
right?
some ointment after that sick burn.
Oh,
Got him.
man. Yeah. How
don't
was
have
it
anything to
growing
roast
up
her
in
about.
the Bay Area, Raine? Do you like spending too much for coffee growing up?
You valley girl.
But listen, I can't do that. I can't roast Raine because Raine is the reason that we are together. She is like our real
Yeah.
number one fan. She live tweets our episodes, and I goddamn love her. And if someone slanders Raine, I will come up there and I will shake my fist vigorously in your
No
general
rain
direction.
slander on the timeline allowed.
None.
No, not
None.
here. Not at all. No.
And that is Weird Takes for this week.
All right, gang. We're getting close to the end, and that means that it is time to choose your own adventure. Tell us which story you want to hear Dina tell us next. Dina, what do we got?
Next time on Choose Your Own Adventure with Dinasaurus, my headphone is coming out. I never thought that would happen with these new headphones. Oh my god. I
This is
spent
going to
too
be a
much money
great
on those
story.
to
I
make
can
that
already tell
happen.
it's a winner.
All right, we've got the time I interviewed for the wrong job and still got the position because I'm that fucking good. And also, it was really fucking hilarious and awkward. Ugh. The time that a criminal showed up in my backyard and I helped him cover for the police. Questionable.
So we're just going to drink that whole time if you tell that story. That is just an entire episode of questionable legal activity. Okay.
Okay, listen. At the end of this story, the cops didn't deserve to find him. All right.
Okay, too much information.
First, the first time I ever got into a fist fight over a lollipop in high school.
Well, her earphone's falling out, I think, is obvious favorite in the clubhouse right now.
That's the one I'm voting
yeah,
for.
easily. That, or we could just skip story time with Dinasaurus and go straight to the raptor porn. I'm sorry, Dina. We would never skip that segment. It's easily the best segment.
All right, guys. So listen, before we get out of here, I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Rance and his book, His Ragged Company, a testimony of Elias Faust. This book is amazing. Rance is an incredible author. We want you guys to check him out. Listen, we'll put a link up here. I want you guys to support our boy. Because look how cool this cover art is. Is this not everything? All right, guys. It's time to go home today. Huge shout outs to the fjords of Shannon. I want you to know that we still love you. And I hope that, our prerequisite Shannon mentioned still maintains solidly in this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Twitter at DanQWritesThing. DanQWritesThing, not Dank. No matter what our goddess Raine says, I want you guys to follow us. Follow the podcast. Hit that like button. Tell your friends about it. And also check out our merch shop. We got a merch shop.
Oh yeah, we got merchandise now. What up, yo?
Yeah.
I threw my phone.
Perfectly done. That's excitement. Dina.
Please buy merch so Dina can afford a new phone.
Please help me.
Dina, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at DinasaurusD. That's Big D. D's nuts.
At Twitter. Producer Sean, where can they find you?
You know what? I've been thinking about it, and every single week it has something to do with food, and that's because I always eat after this. And the same holds true today. I'm going to eat dinner.
What are you eating, bud? I need to know.
Yeah.
Orange chicken and rice.
Ooh. All right, guys, we're out of here. It's time for Jazz Hands. Make sure you tune in next week when we bring in the incomparable Thomas Anthony Lay and Dina Falls in Love.
The Don't Make It Weird podcast, hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinasaurus. Produced by me, Sean Holden. Music by Amaria. If you want your controversial opinion about writing or books in general featured on the show, hit us up on Twitter at DMIW Podcast, #Weird Takes. and we just might feature it on a future episode. If you want to support our show, check out our merch store at store.don'tmakeitweird.net. All proceeds go right back into producing the show. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe and click that bell. We'll see you next time.